Hey everyone, it's Logan. Welcome back. So for today's video, I thought that I would show you guys some of my favorite winter wardrobe and kind of fashion things, as winter is pretty much right around the corner, even though honestly it's basically here. And over the years, I've just bought kind of more and more of the essentials and just some really great staples as well, which I'll show you guys. But yeah, I just thought I'd kind of show you what I'm going into winter with, so it should be good. So I'm gonna just like stand for now, and then I'll start to show you guys just some of like the things that I just think are so important for winter. I kind of have like a little bit of a pile and stuff with me. But yeah, also I am like recovering from a cold, so if I sound really like croaky, that's why. Okay, so I would say one of the first things and the main things is good long sleeve tops. So this one is personally one of my favorites. It's a turtleneck. I have this one, I have a gray one, and then I also have a black one as well. Yeah, I think they're so important, so nice, because it just keeps the neck nice and warm. This is especially such like a nice thick fabric as well. Like, it's important to have kind of a good balance. But honestly, just having good long sleeve tops in general, I've shown I guess some in videos on my channel before of recent ones that I bought, but it is just so important because it's like the base layer of your outfit. Now another thing kind of related to long sleeve tops is a thermal. So say I have this one, which is from Uniqlo. It was a gift from my sister because I personally asked for it. So these are so warm. I've worn it out and it was literally just this with a little coat, and I was completely warm. Honestly, I got a little bit too warm in it, but these are so good. They can go underneath different layers, but you can stack them up as well. So it's getting a nice thermal is so good. This is the Uniqlo Heat Tech thermal, but I would recommend getting thermals. I also actually have like this other one, which is from years ago. I haven't worn it in a while, which is actually, this is for skiing. So even though the fabric is like thinner, it's so good, so warm. And here are just like a couple other tops that I have, which are like some of my favorites for really cold days. So this one's actually from FatFace. It's like a thick, proper material, like it's a properly thick material, because you don't want to get shirts that are holey, or just the fabric is just quite thin. Like, even if you stretch it, it's still quite compact, and I think that's so important, especially when it comes to like the wind as well, because I personally find wind can make things just so much colder. Making sure that you have like good long sleeve tops, whether it be thermals or not thermals, just making sure that you have something that's going to keep you warm. And as I said, it is your base layer as well, so that's kind of where a lot of people say, like in the UK, you want to layer things, you want to stack things, which I do think is so important, but having that thick base layer is probably one of the most important things. So next, I guess it's kind of taking it up a layer. Well, firstly, I'll get to just kind of trousers. I think having a warm pair of trousers is important. As I said, so with the thermal, say with like the Heat Tech ones, you can also get them as kind of leggings as well, which I do think if it is a really cold day, for like those really cold days, that can be really helpful. I know even when I'm just wearing my jeans, my legs can still be so cold, so having that underneath. I don't actually have one right now, but I do plan on hopefully getting one. Also with jeans, say these ones are kind of a bad example because they have rips in them. Luckily these rips overall are quite small, so I can still wear these as long as it's not too cold. But I have been investing in more jeans and just kind of thicker trousers that do not have holes in them, which I feel like should be self-explanatory, but Logan in the past loved her ripped jeans. Like, and I don't just mean like small rips, I mean proper large rips in the jeans that it's like completely hanging, like my knee is just out. So just making sure you have those quality jeans. I also find with the rain as well, I find jeans they take a bit longer to dry, but I find you don't get as wet with them. But also a couple other trousers which can be good. So I have two here with me. Just one example probably not for like the cold days, but are a nice pair of cargos. These, because they are looser, you could definitely layer a pair of leggings or thermals underneath. They're a bit on the flowy side, probably not the best for a rainy day, especially because they'll oftentimes drag, but these are one of my staples in almost actually all seasons, in complete honesty. A good pair of cargos can go so far. One of probably my best pair of trousers would be these. I've brought them up in a previous video before. It was my vintage video, but these trousers, I got them from Hollister. So firstly, they're fleece lined, so I can show you guys. I don't know if you can see it, but they're fleece lined, and also because it's like a pleather, when it rains you don't really get wet because the water just kind of like stays on the outside and it just falls off. So literally a pair like these are so good. They're also flares as well, they're brown, so they go with a lot of different things. But yeah, so good pairs of trousers. If you can get some that are fleece lined, get them. So the next thing would probably be good staple jumpers and cardigans. So this is then your next upper layer on top. You want to make sure that you're getting nice quality stuff. I mean, but there are just some nice knitted ones which can be so good. So a couple of my personal favorite ones, because it's nice also, you want to have nicer colors that can kind of go with a lot of things. So say for example, this one I got from M&S. Literally got it on a whim, it was on sale, and it's so warm. You kind of have that nice tightly knitted wool, and you just need something that's gonna keep you warm. Having that extra layer is so important. Also this one as well, this one's a bit oversized, which I think is nice. Then because say something like this top, it can show a bit of my stomach, so you want something that's gonna fully cover you up so that you are staying nice and warm. I would say probably one of the most important things for layering is a warm cardigan. So this is my cardigan. I think I got it in my second year of university, and it's been probably the staple of my wardrobe. So I'll pop it on. But this is, I believe it's fully wool, and it's so warm. Genuinely, I cannot express how warm this is. It's actually perfect. And the thing about a cardigan is you can have it loose if you're layering it more. You have that option. You can also button it up as well. You can kind of style it a bit too, but you have that option to have it either closed or open. So then if you are getting a bit warm, you can keep it open or you can keep it closed. I would say just having a cardigan so good, especially if it's a black cardigan, because that means it literally goes with everything. And also in my mind I'm thinking, if I spill something on myself, you can't tell. Here's an example of like another sweater that I have. I can't remember what type of wool this is. It's from Uniqlo though. I'm not sure the exact type of wool, but this is also another wool jumper. So just ones like these, they're so simple, and as I said, something like this is from Uniqlo. It's not too expensive, and even though it kind of feels thin, it actually does keep you really warm. My only thing about these is I can't wear like a short sleeve underneath. I have to wear a long sleeve underneath these because I have quite sensitive skin. I always have, and so when wool is touching my skin, especially this type, it just kind of, it doesn't feel itchy, but it just feels irritating, and so I personally have to wear a long sleeve underneath when I wear these, so it's more whether or not I wear something like this just depends on the outfit. When I feel it in my hands, it does feel soft, but then it can just be, I just have sensitive skin, but I would definitely try them on, see how your skin feels with it on, and then maybe get it. I know they have so many different colors. So yeah, kind of on the same topics, because it's also nice to have warm jackets as well. So for me, I do quite like more sweater based things. I just think that they're a little bit more stylish. I do have sweatshirts, which I'll generally wear my sweatshirts say from teaching yoga, but I do just personally think I like the look of the sweaters more. It just looks a little bit more put together for me whenever I'm planning my outfits. As I said, I still wear sweatshirts out. Sometimes that's just kind of what I'm feeling, but for the most part I do have a few more sweaters other than these ones. Okay, so then the next thing that I think is so important is a good quality fleece, whether it be like a quarter zip or a zip up one. So this is my one that I've been wearing religiously. So this one's from North Face. Again, you don't need to get it from like such a fancy brand. This was actually a hand-me-down. A lot of my stuff is hand-me-down, so if you can find something on Vinted, that would be great. But yeah, so I kind of, I guess, show you guys. This one is generally is genuinely so warm. And it's nice because, again, the idea of keeping it unzipped if you need, or if you need to zip it up, it goes all the way up to the neck as well, which is so important, kind of getting that full coverage. Also, it's nice because with sweaters, oftentimes you don't have pockets. With these, you'll oftentimes have the outer pockets. There's inner pockets as well, so it just kind of gives a couple options for if you're putting things in. And I do find with this, if it's not too cold of a day, I could go out in this if I wanted to, because it is just so warm. But getting a nice quality fleece can go a far way. I would say they're not the best when they get wet, so if it is raining, you are going to want to have an umbrella or something thicker going over. But yeah, no, a good fleece can be a game changer when it comes to winter. So now we're getting kind of into top layers, which is coats. So I have, I would say, like 3.5 coats. The reason that I say 3.5, because I have one that's out there, which I won't show you guys. I can maybe put like a picture to the side, which is so good. It's filled with feathers. It's from Patagonia, and it's such a nice one. I don't wear it as much as I used to, just because it is kind of getting colder, and I like to go for my slightly warmer options. Also, if I don't feel like layering up as much, I do like to have a warmer option, so that's that one. I sometimes have to layer a bit more, though that one is fantastic for traveling, I would say, because it can bunch up really small. But that one is actually from my Nana, because she ordered the wrong size and she was like, "Hey Logan, do you want it?" And I was like, yeah. But yeah, so I'll go through my three main coats. That's 6. I can't do math. So I'll go through my most common one that I've been wearing recently. So if you've seen other ones of my videos recently, you've most definitely seen this coat here. So I got it from Urban Outfitters last year, and it was for sale, and it's been so nice. I wanted just a coat that was a bit kind of bigger but not too chunky, and when I tell you, this is so warm and it's so perfect for so many things. And also I do like the blue and the design on it as well, but honestly this is probably one of my go-to things. Literally yesterday I was wearing a top like this with this coat and I felt perfectly fine, perfectly warm. You can zip it up. It kind of makes me look like a checkered marshmallow in a way. Has its pockets, but I personally really like it as an option. As I said, it's probably like my go-to right now, but it's just so comfortable, and also it's just easy. And it's warm, but it's not too bulky. The only thing is that it doesn't have a hood. So my Patagonia one, which is out there, and then my thickest one do have hoods. Though if it is raining, water generally doesn't get through because it just sits on the top here. But if it is raining, I either wear a hat or bring my umbrella with me. Kind of depends. But yeah, so this is one of my coats that I do love and wear all the time. Then I have an option which is just for kind of nicer scenarios. So I have this black coat. Now, a little bit of a story behind this black coat. I got it before coming to university. I'll be honest, it's not the warmest. It does its job well. It is a coat. And it works. It's, you know, again, I could wear a top like this and just this and go out. And for the most part, I'm fine as long as I'm maybe popping in and out of stores. I don't think I go for really long countryside strolls in it with this weather, maybe kind of more autumn or springtime. But it's such a nice one just for dressing up an outfit a little bit more, especially if I have it with my sweaters. I really like it with those. But the story behind this is that it actually cost me $5, not £5, $5, because I got it at a thrift store in Bermuda in the $5 section during COVID time. So I just went thrift shopping with, I think, my sister, and yeah, I saw it and I was like, this is great. It used to have more buttons, it now has less buttons. There's only one button that actually works for closing it, and it's actually on the wrong side. It's supposed to be these ones, because we're supposed to go over this because it's a whole thing, but I've lost the buttons over the years. But at the same time, it still looks nice, it still looks chic, and it is just a nicer, kind of more dressy up. I do have to layer a bit more, say if I'm going out to like a play or something. I don't know, it requires more layers, especially in the upper body, but It's a nice option. It's a nice staple, I would say, for almost anyone, because it's good to have your big puffer coat, but just as a little bit more of a stylish option. Of course, if it is really cold, it might not be the best. So this one, I can see if I can back up a bit. It goes to about my knees. You can get ones that are really long. I personally quite like this length. I like it. And then let's get to the big coat. So the big coat, she's great. I love her. I've had this coat since my first year of university. It was in December, and I was like, I need a good proper coat, because I did not have a big good high quality coat. So I went to Hollister, and I am getting one, and I've been using the same coat for the past 5 years now. I think this is my 6th winter. I didn't actually get to use it too much last winter because I was backpacking around Indonesia in February, and then I was away for March. So I didn't get to wear it as much, but look at her. She is fantastic. In all the years that I've had this coat, I don't think I have a single rip in it, and this is kind of the perks of buying just a good quality coat. Now the thing is, I know that this probably looks like ultra bulky right now, which, don't get me wrong, it is a bit of like a chunkier coat. She's thick, but that's kind of the point. It is a parka coat. I would say parka coats are so good. You have kind of the cropped, really puffy ones, which I do think are pretty decent, but coats like these, firstly, you have the length, so it's like the same length as my other one, to the knees, so it just covers that bit more, so you're not kind of getting the updraft. Several pockets, so we have pockets here, we have these pockets here. When I tell you, I can fit so much in these, and then I also have an inner pocket in here for like valuables and stuff, and it's just so good. I'm not gonna zip it up right now, but I'll button it up nice and warm, nice and toasty, because the thing is, even though yes it is bulky, it's so important to have layers, like a big thick layer here, because then I can go out in this and a long sleeve top and I'm fine. I mean, I do sometimes have to layer up a little bit more on really cold days, like really cold days, but for the most part this does me good. And also there's a hood. I can like hear myself differently now. But yeah, so it has the hood, which is just so nice. I mean, the fluffy bit can get wet in the rain, but you can remove that if needed. And I'm also pretty sure with the hood, you can remove the hood as well. So if it was really annoying you, you could remove it. Just having a nice thick coat. They can be expensive, but it's worth it if you get a good one. Yeah, that's my big coats. And then I guess just kind of like a couple other things, which I'll grab. Firstly, pair of gloves. So important. If you can get waterproof ones, that's probably even better, but either gloves or mittens, so good. It just keeps your hands nice and warm so that you're not always having to like just keep them in your pockets, because even in the pockets they can still get cold, trust me. So gloves, very important. Another thing, a hat. And I'll sometimes wear caps if it's raining, but these hats, a beanie, is so important, and it goes so far away, and they can be kind of cute too. So this one actually my friend got me. I have a few beanies. This one's probably my go-to. Yeah, because one of my best friends got it for me, and it has a wave. Isn't that cute? So also, I've had this since my first year of university as well. A lot of my stuff I bought before university. Very important. Or like kind of during university, because I learned what is needed in this country. Also, different like neck scarves. So this is my big scarf. A big fluffy scarf can be such a good layer. I'd say not anymore, but I used to. Anyways, I decided to stop recording. Anyway, so in autumn time I can literally go out in a top, a jumper, and my scarf. So it's just important to wrap it around the neck, and it just keeps the neck nice and warm. I think there's other ways that you can like turn it almost into a hat. I feel like I need to look into that a bit more, but a scarf can be so helpful. Also, even if you're like in a restaurant or something and you don't have quite as many like layers, you can wrap yourself in it. So I do recommend a nice big scarf. And I like personally this design is like, and the colors, they're not too like vibrant and out there, and they go with like most things. Also another thing, I haven't actually used it in a while, but it is just a nice one. I've used this in the past for like skiing, It's like another neck scarf. It goes over the head. So it's just, it goes over the neck. You can cover the face a bit with it. I won't cover it because then you might not be able to hear me speaking. But it kind of acts like a scarf, except you're not having to deal with all of the fussy stuff. So yeah, also I would say a pair of tights, also fleece lined tights. I don't have them, but I'm planning on ordering them when I get back because I want to be able to wear like skirts and stuff still. But having tights if you're wanting to wear skirts or dresses is super important. And then I'll be right back. We got the shoes. So I think having a good pair of shoes is so important. So I'll show you the two like examples. So firstly, they're these boots. I got them from Shoe for like 30 something pounds. They were on sale and I did get them on student discount. And look how much I've worn them over the years. You might, I don't know if you can see it, but there's rips in them. They don't work as well as they used to because of how much I wore them. I also have Doc Martens as well. I don't wear them as often. I probably will wear them a lot more as it's getting into the colder winter months. But having a good solid boot is so important, especially for the rain. I have also knee-high boots as well, but just good waterproof shoes. Also, I find my Converse as well are actually quite good because I have platform Converse. They are a bit thicker and I find that they're actually really good with the rain because if it's like puddles and stuff, your foot's elevated that bit more. But yeah, just having good pairs of shoes. Anyways, and then also with things like shoes and stuff, making sure that you have good socks. Fluffy socks is a must. These are my like thickest, fluffiest socks that I have. Well, not fluffiest, but they're my thickest socks, which I normally wear only with them inside or if I'm just quickly running out to the store, and they fit under my boots. But having good pairs of socks to go underneath your shoes can be game changers as well, because when your feet are cold, that is no fun. And maybe even pack like extra socks in your bag if you know it's going to be a rainy day, because that can just make all the difference. Because if your feet and your hands are cold, you're going to be cold. Also your neck as well, and your head too. That's why I say hats are so important. Anyways, but that's kind of all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to give it a like. Maybe comment down below what your go-to winter wardrobe essentials are. I'd love to hear what you guys are going to be wearing this winter season, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!